Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf on Board, where we are about to start our fifth game of our Charterstone campaign. And in here, we have this note. As you continue to acquire strange memories of lives you didn't lead, the one constant element has been your steadfast companion, and they seem to be avoiding you. And for this particular run, we need to have the most persona cards. That's our guidepost, and I'm already in dead last in this one. I only have 4 Persona cards, and we have 7 with the blue charter. Thus, I don't think I'm going to get this because this will require me to open up 3 crates, and that means I'll need to somehow acquire 3 crates. I already have 1 crate in my inventory, but getting 2 more crates after that, being able to open them, that sounds like it's going to be a tall order to me. Thus, I think this is not going to happen, and I'll just have to look for other means of getting victory points for this game and getting glory. Now, the temporary rule is that your companion worker, the small meeple, cannot be placed on buildings occupied by your primary worker, the big meeple. And this is why we have 2 meeples of different sizes for this game, is so that we could take care of this particular situation. Now, the question is, how are we going to deal with it? And the reason I ask that is because last game I did a bit of cycling where I would place the big one here, then the little one here, then the big one here, then the little one here, and I used that in order to acquire the pumpkins I needed in order then to get some money and some victory points. And I can't do that in this particular run simply because I won't be able to do more than 2 straight turns at the same location, unless of course somebody kindly bumps me, is because I could put the small one there first, and I could put the large one there, but I won't be able to put the small one there again. So that's going to be a little bit of a complication I have to work around. But even more important than that is we now have these sky islands, and I have to cover up 2 of these locations with sky islands, and I'm not too sure what I want to give up. I mean, it's nice having this victory point area to get, so perhaps if I'm going to be needing pumpkins for other things and won't be able to bump all that much, maybe I can just use the grandstand and lose the 2 victory points I would normally get there. So I'm going to have to think on this a little bit. I've concluded that I am going to be needing the cat cafe so that I can get a cat. And that is because one of our objectives here is to have 3 minions on the board when we do a recall at the time that we perform the grandstand maneuver. So I want to have that one out. I definitely want to have this one out so I can have an income generator in the area. The rules say you cannot replace your basic one. So that leaves us 3 potential areas to cover up. So I'm afraid that this one is going to have to go. And the question is, do I want to give up the possibility of having private objectives? Or, actually, let me look at these objectives one more time. How doable? I need 3 friends, 3 reputation, and 3 of these. Now, I'm probably going to be working heavily on reputation, since other people will be working on other things. So perhaps I should concentrate on these 3 objectives and not worry about private objectives. So I'm going to do that and see how that works. So let's click on there. And those are the builds for the non-players. Let's see who's first. Blue is first. But now before I choose that stuff, let's see what's up here. Ooh, right? We have a brick for 2 victory points and a coin. All right. So that's what I have up there. Where? Oh, yeah, here's the Sky Island for there, and okay, there are the two sky islands for that area, and there are the two sky islands for that area. Really? Hold on, there's something suspicious over here. This says that we have 5 of 10 buildings. I've got 6 of 10. 5 of 10. I thought you weren't supposed to cover up your blank areas with sky islands. Or maybe it's just a bad idea to do so, because if you keep on covering up your areas with the sky islands with a blank area, that means that you will never be able to build on that location. If you never build on that location, it costs you victory points at the end of the campaign. So that's something I'll have to think on the matter. Now, what did we have over here? We got the oh, is that the lumber mill that came around? So we could get some lumber quickly if we needed it. All right. So that will cost influence. And over here, was that the... Oh, the repair shop is out now. So maybe I could do some repairs. Well, we'll have to see on that. We'll have to decide on that as the game progresses. But now, what do I need? We have the gardener, the ambassador, the ringmaster, and the cat whisperer. Ooh. That does say then it's good that I did keep the cat cafe out, because I'm going to need 2 cats. Because the only way to fulfill the cat whisperer's requirement is to have 2 cats. So I'm going to take the cat whisperer, since while it's probably not the best source of in there, one of the goals is to use as many of your use the abilities of as many of your personas as possible. So obviously I can't use it if I don't take it. All right. Now, any minion. Oh, I do get to take 1 minion. Since I played the Cat Whisperer, I'm gonna... If I were playing any other character, I would be taking a golem and then grabbing the cat from the cat cafe. But I'll take my first cat now. And ooh, there are 3 advancements on the crate. Oh, that is good. But there's also a friend there. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to see if I can get one of the other crates later, because right now I think the blacksmith would be more important for me. And there is a... Actually, let's look down here for the blacksmiths. The blacksmith as a friend for this particular run would be completely useless, but it's for a victory point area. So I'll take that as a potential source of victory points by completing the objective. So I will take that. And we are underway. I've got 1 wheat on that. I need to start with getting some money. Let's start by... Well, I also... Oh, that's right, because I wanted to visit the repair shop also along there, so for some victory points. So I might as well grab that, and I grab the... Yeah, let's end the turn there. And then you gain some victory points for that. Actually, what does the cat whisperer say? I should have read that a little bit more carefully and see exactly what it said. The cat whisperer. Whenever you retrieve work, yeah, 2 for if you retrieve at least 2 cats. So I am going to be needing to get a second cat at some point. Now, my goal here is to head over to the repair shop, and that means, well, I could just grab some coal. I'll put the little meeple down first. I should get into the habit for this particular run to put down the little meeple first to avoid to reduce the possibility of having some troubles. All right. She's opening another K. She's already ahead on. She's already got 7 personas. Now she's going to 8. And you're wondering why am I avoid doing that? All right. Artificery. All right. Oh, she's got the coach. Oh boy. That'll be a tough one. All right. So now I have got. There you go. And at least get me some quick victory points at the start. And next, I want to see what we have. Well, oh, I still have a robot that I can use in order to. Of course, robot. Grab a card. And I could turn that into money and I have no money right now and I want to get a second cat. So let's grab that in there. Oh, do I want 50 or 31? Well, 31 looks like a red crate, so that means it'll be brick related. Yellow is grain related. Well, 50 is probably going to have a higher victory point card in, so I'm going to take 50. There you go. Take that into account. The perils are probably going to be disappearing quickly. And what we've got here, she's going to fill that. Oh, yes. Now I need to get ready to open up crates, which means I'm going to need to get a great deal of money. Trying to think of the best way of handling that at the moment. A butler would be handy, except for one little problem. We have not unlocked butlers yet. Let us. All right, I'll start by getting some from the. From there, see. So, all right, the librarian is. And of course, I'm already falling behind there. Do we have actually? Don't we? Do we have ghosts in this game? It's hard for you to keep up track at which minions we've got available and which ones we don't. No, I don't think we've got ghosts yet. So that's another one, which makes sense that the chefs. That the chefs, the robots, and the cats are the first ones in here, since those are the ones related to the players we have. The golems are already in the game. The only one. Actually, that would be another reason to have taken a golem would be if I had taken it, because the only way to get a golem right now is to take it at the start of the game. I should have thought of that at the beginning. Unfortunately, I didn't. So where were we? Oh, yes. I want to get another pumpkin here. I'm still trying to get some money here so I could open up that crate. Let's see, do we have guests yet? I don't think we have guests yet. This is the big meeple, so we'll use the big meeple in order to take that. And that's as far as that will go. Now I've got 3 pumpkins. Actually, I really should be checking these also. Oh, that's right. I need another friend, which I don't have at the moment. And I need 3 meat. Oh, I need to get 3 on the field. So that means. Should I be opening up a Charterstone or should I be going after the cat? Interesting question. Oh, I can't go after the. Why can't I put the robot there? Because I don't have. Oh, I don't have the money yet. Of course not. Let's get our money then. Actually, which is more useful for me then? Oh, crate number 10. I'll take crate number 10. All right, so that gives me 2 crates. So that at least should help me a little bit in getting some things up and maybe find a nice building to build. Oh, now let me look at this. Let's see. Yeah, I will have 3 crates now. Yeah, I better open up 2 crates then. Now, let's see. What do you want? I'm going to be needing to... I've got 1 meeple there left. And I can... Do I want the cat cafe, or do I want... Oh, yes, if I do that... Oh. I think I'll do that for the moment. That librarian is coming in handy. At least I'm getting points from the librarian whenever I'm doing any of this stuff, which is going to be a little bit helpful. So I do have a little bit of a VP engine going in there, but not much of one at the moment. Okay, somebody... Oh, he hit 3 influence and reputation. And I need to start working on reputation, but I need a good way of getting up there. Now, let's see. I've got 3 of that. I want to get... Is there anything here? Maestro. Yeah. Actually, Maestro might actually be nice to have, and I need to... If I am going to... Of course, half a second after I clicked... Actually, undo that. Because... Okay, what did I... Now, the reason why I'm undoing all of this... Oh. This whole thing... It just... Okay, I'm not allowed to do that. Alright. I'm not too sure. It seems to... I was thinking that maybe I could have undone the... Because the reason why I wanted to undo that is, of course, is that the Maestro that I just took is completely useless because I was planning on using that, the fairgrounds, instead. Oh well. But it looks like it went too far in which to pass the point of no return. Oh, because it drew a card, of course. Once it draws a card to see what's next, you can't go back, of course. Yes, that all makes sense now. So, now, what are we? I'm at 4. Let's go and hit the Charterstone. Oh, 10, 14, 41. Okay, I've got 3 choices here. I'm going to open up... Actually, I'll take 50. Let's see what's in here. The Hoedown Hall. Ooh. Now that'll be a nice one. The Collector. At the end of the game, you gain 1 BP for each type of advancement card you own. Oh, that'll be interesting next game. Most interesting. Now I gotta do something with what I've got here. She's opening up more and more and more. She's making sure that she's going to have a foundry to. Oh, that's an end game. Oh, she's got 3 end game buildings in there. Oh boy. She is definitely looking long term there. Now let's see, what do I need here? I need. All right, the hoedown hall. Definitely want to build that. That'll be take grain and wood. I'm going to need for that. So let's start looking out for grain and wood. I'll do that to gain the peril token. And then I'll get some grain next turn. And then we'll get just get the basic grain. And I think that gives me what I need in order to build the hoedown hall. And that'll be our first thing to build on a sky island, which I cannot do right now in any case because I've got a full. Yeah, I've got what I need to build that. Unfortunately, I've got no place in which to actually. I got no meeples to place, except for my cat. I'll just do that. And that cat gives me 2 VP a pot because I've got the librarian. So that's all working all nice and well together. Good thing I just gave up. Oh, guests have finally arrived. She's got the vassal. I've got to get a guest at some point then. Well, obviously, I need to retrieve everything. And yeah, they're already going out. Let's see. Yes, and now I need. Let's go to the Zeppelin. The hoedown hall. And obviously it is, well, not necessarily obviously, but it's probably best to build on Sky Islands before overriding one of the existing things. So I just have to spend 1 grain in order to get back an influence and 2 money. So actually, grain would be a very, very nice money maker for me right now. And especially it gets back some of all that influence I've spent. Maybe. Well, I guess, for example, I could go to here, pick up some grain, and then spend an influence of it, and then get the influence back by converting that grain into money. And this is, I feel like, is this going to be armory? Oh, the guard. Oh, okay, yeah, this is where you could turn in some of those perils. All right, now what do I need to do at the moment? We've got no money, so I'm going to be needing money. Actually, I just see if I need to do anything on quota. I need, because I still haven't gotten into the reputation area, and that's a bit of a problem. I need to get that cat, and I need another. Okay, that answers my question. Because apparently there is a. Alright. There is a courier here. I don't need the courier all that much, but it's a third friend, so I can head out and fulfill that item. Oh, I am going to need another pumpkin though if I'm going to use what I've got there. Now let's see. I just want a pumpkin for that. I might as well use the cat for that. Well, I was not paying attention to that at all. Well, let's see. So what I'm going to do with this last little bit. Well, obviously, if I went through all that trouble and I've got a pumpkin, I've got an objective I want to score. That's worth 5 victory points. So go onto there. Best friends forever. Now Bruce has one more shot. Probably prepping for the next game, and that is over. 9. 9 persona cards. Oh, good grief. Oh, May, you angered the king. Ah. Yeah, May decided that she'll wait patiently for the companion to open up when they're ready instead of confronting them. So that ain't the king is not happy about us delaying that. So that's a bad mark from the king's point of view. So your companion has been with you since you first arrived at the village, but you've been so focused at your work that you've never really got to know them. So you're surprised when they approach you with a confession. And each of the players deal with confessions. So this is mine from my companion here. Your companion confesses that he escaped from a deadly experiment and it is still traumatizing him. I don't remember much, but it was as if my soul was removed from my body for a few minutes. I escaped through a tunnel. I could either believe him and take the time to listen through his jumbled memories, or I'm not I'm quite uncomfortable with this insane rambling. I shall slowly back out of the room, nodding and smiling. Well, I will say I believe him and take the time to listen through his jumbled memories. Considering the fact that I've got jumbled memories myself, he could be going through the exact same thing I am, right? Because I've got all these jumbled memories from all these past personas that I've never lived before. So I think it's a reasonable thing to be feeling. He could be going through the exact same thing I am. So I will hit this. And then click OK. It's the tie! Now, I've always wondered about this game here where, okay, so she was, really, they were, hmm, hmm. May got the extra glory for, of course, having the most personas, but she also got an extra glory because she was nasty to her companion. And so was Bruce. Oh boy, that's. They're both mean to their companions. They backed away from the room slowly, I guess, or whatever their equivalent item in there. That one is probably going to cost us at the end of the game. We'll see. At the end of the campaign, I mean. But anyway, we won that, and I got a capacity bonus for being nice to my companions. They got a glory bonus for being nasty to their companions. So first of all, let's see. I have been building up capacity, it looks like. I only got 3. I didn't quite make 40 this time around. All right, and let's go with that. As for capacity, ooh, let's see. I have 2 minions. How many cards do I have? 2 friends. Let's see. Well, seeing how the maestro, of course, I didn't need the maestro. Interesting. I didn't think about that. I actually could have won that game. Because what happened is that I did have I had the Maestro. I forgot about that because what happened is that the Maestro, because I had 0, putting on there would have tied me there, so we would have had 7 points each from because I had nothing on the reputation track. If I went to the Maestro, I would have gotten only 5 for that. I would have been 1 point short, actually 2 points short because I had the librarian helping me there. I would have had 2 points less, but I would have had 7 more points from the reputation track at the end. So I would have actually won that with 44 points, broken 40, won the game. Well, okay, I guess that technically I tied. I won with a tie on this particular game, so I would have had an outright win for that and broken 40, and that would have been a better long-term finish for me. So the Maestro actually would have come in handy if I had thought about that, but I didn't. But as for this, I'm going to go with an extra robot here and call it good. And that's the only resource I get. I will be taking the librarian because the librarian is just so useful. And which crate do I want? Ooh. I guess I'll keep 51. And minions, oh, I'll be keeping 2 minions this time around. The robot and the cat. And unfortunately, I did not use the cat whisperer. The game ended before I could get a second cat. Well, that means I'm going to have to work on that for the next game, which is what we'll have in our next episode in Charterstone.